Hello everyone, we're back again with another unboxing. Today we've got Karna from Fate Apocrypha. He is a very cool dude. Honestly, he had a very holier than now kind of feel to him. Kind of like he was sort of above everyone else. Like he wasn't a jerk about it or anything, he just had like a, I don't know, like a godlike presence to him. I think he's an Indian god, I want to say. That's where he's from, like his mythology. But I have no idea. I remember I researched him while watching the anime, but cannot remember for the life of me because that's been like 2 or 3 years now. So let's just unbox this figure, shall we? He has a lot of small parts. Yeah, he's definitely an Indian. Going off that gold, for sure. Alright, let's see. Flip over to the English side. Okay, he's got a special cape and his laser beam eye thing. He's firing his laser. Honestly, I don't really remember that. It's been a while. I remember I really liked him when I watched it, but I can't remember any of his attacks. I remember his noble phantasm was like the sun or something. Like everything was just on fire. And he was kind of floating. Maybe I'll have him in a floaty pose or something. Because he did a lot of that, for sure. Oh my god, that I-beam thing is a lot bigger than I thought it was. This kind of feels like a deluxe version. I don't know, I guess Orange Rogue kind of went all out. So yeah, this is also an Orange Rogue figure. They do a lot of the boy figures. Because Good Smile doesn't want to, for some reason. Okay, so we've got I-beam, we've got a scale, we've got extra hand parts, extra arms. This, I believe, goes on the end of his lance. And then we've got the base. What else is in here? An extendy arm thing, the neck joint. There's a couple of extra parts in there. I'm not entirely sure what they're for. Maybe to hold up... I don't see why you'd hold up the lance. I guess I'll figure that out as I go. Maybe it's to hold up... Oh, yeah, it's to hold up the eyepiece so it doesn't just fall down, because I guess it can't just be poked into his eye and be expected to stay upright. Let's see. Let's get into the actual figure. Alright. Let's pull you out, buddy. All the plastic in the world. Oh boy, you are spiky as heck. Alright, where's your face thing? There it is. Let's get rid of that. Push this back in. Nice. Pull off this. Throw it into the pile. And back on you go. Does your earring move? I don't know, I'm not gonna risk it though. Doesn't look like it wants to. No, I don't think it does. Okay, so here is his out of the box pose. He does feel like he's floating. Okay, so he's got the like My Hero joints, which is it's kind of fine on this figure. How are your legs actually attached? Okay, those are on ball joints here. This is on a ball joint. But this is just like jointed normally. Honestly, like I don't mind these things anymore. Like I thought they'd be worse off as long as you're not looking from the side. It's very noticeable from the side, but front on it's fine, as well as maybe at an angle. Can you twist that way? Do you want to twist that way? Maybe like that. Oh no, if he bends his leg, it's like that's it. You could see it very well. So we'll work with that, I guess. Alright, I don't know, maybe it's just an Orange Rogue thing. I haven't really been paying attention to who makes what. Okay, this is just normal arms as well. Let's get that back in. So, very mishmash of random parts of how they decided to join them together. Okay, we do have this. Put that there, so I remember what position it was in. Alright, we've got his flame cape thing over here. This is very nice coloring, honestly. Definitely captures the essence of the anime very well. Let's put that back in there for now. I believe it was it just in like that then? And then you just go on top? Surely not. Surely I've screwed it up while moving him, right? Like so. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Alright, then we've got his Lancer staff thingamabob. Is this really a spear? Because it doesn't look like it. But it does the trick. Does this rotate? Yes. Oh, it's on a ball joint as well. Nice. So that'll go however I want it to. Cool. Very nice. Always appreciate that orange rogue. Then, okay, yeah, these earrings seem to be pretty fixed on. Then we have a like shouting battle face. What else do we have? Then we have an edgy ghoul face. I think this is when he's about to fire his like laser eye thing, if I remember correctly. And that's about it for what's in the box. There's nothing too much. I thought it would be a couple more pieces. He looked kind of complicated. I guess it's simpler than I thought. Alright, let's get into some poses. Okay, so here's our first pose. He's just holding his scale here. And I would assume he's flying in all of these poses, because his legs just kind of, the way they're posed on the box kind of give that feeling that he's kind of levitating. Also, I'm going to hold off on putting his cape thingy on, just so we can save that for the last pose, so it'll look a bit more special. Because honestly, all his poses are a little bit samey, other than like the eye beam thing. But yeah, so we'll save that for last. I'm pretty sure I used the wrong hand now that I'm looking at it. But oh well. It's very kind of basic pose. I don't even remember when he used the scale in the anime. Like, did he use the scale in the anime? I have no idea. Also, he kind of looks, looking at him, he kind of looks like if L's hair went white, L from Death Note, and just kind of blew to the side. You know what I mean? Can you see it? Like if I do this and then that. Do you see the L in him? Now it looks like Lelouch. But whatever. Very simple pose, nice and easy. I'll probably, when I display him, I'll probably have him like floating in the air or something. I'll try and figure it out and see what I want. Alright, so that's going to do it for that pose, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, here is our next pose. He's kind of doing his edgy eye thing. Honestly, like, it looks fine on the box. It doesn't look fine in real life. Like, I wouldn't recommend using this pose because it kind of covers a lot of his face off. Like his mouth, you can barely see it when you're looking kind of like head on. And it's a little hard to position just right. It kind of just looks like he's like holding his cheek, which is a bit weird. But whatever, hey, maybe you can get it to look right, but I think I'll pass on this pose. Also, he does have like a more bendable arm set, which kind of goes like this. So that's making posing easier, as well as you can change the arm part off. But yeah, I'm gonna skip out on this one. It's like a you can't see me pose. So yeah, I'll skip out on that pose. Let's move on to something else. Okay, so this is his eye beam pose. So the way it works is, I thought this little tip at the end would connect to something in his like face, but no, you just you put the kind of arm branch thing onto the base and then just kind of position it right. But if you can see, it doesn't quite go all the way into his face. So there's like a bit of a gap there because of his like hair things here and here, as well as the shape of this. It doesn't quite work. But I guess if you get the angle right, it'll look fine. But I think I'm gonna skip on the eye pose. Like, I thought it looked cool on the box, but in person, not so much. Like, it's a bit weird. Maybe if I tilt his head up a little bit, like, see, then he kind of looks like he's dashing forward, like, meow. You know, it just doesn't quite look right as it does on the box. So I think I'll skip out on this pose. So let's try out the lance pose. The lance pose will probably look better. All right, let's do that now. Okay, so here's that lance pose. Definitely looking a lot cooler here. So it kind of looks good from an angle as well, for sure. But I think I'm gonna go with just the default pose for when I display him, so I can have him in the air. But this is definitely up there for the poses. Honestly, like, a lot of the Fate figures take up a lot of space. Like, come on, guys, why do you have to have such long weapons? But they sure as heck do look cool. Honestly, maybe I should go with this pose. He does look pretty cool. Also, like, his other arm doesn't actually, on the box, it doesn't even attach to the spear. You can if you want to, using the bendable arm, but I went with the box recommendation, which is just this. Actually, it looks really cool. Oh my god, maybe I should have gone with this. I'll have a debate, but he kind of looks like he's surfing. He could work as a rider, like on something. Give him a summer thing. Put him on a surfboard and give him his lance, and then he can just be dancing with the waves. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see what happens in 2 years summers, I guess, because NA is so behind Japan. Why can't they just update us to the latest version? Like, we can do the banners in time, but give us all the animation updates and the story updates. That'd be nice. Come on, NA, get on Japan's level. But anyway, let's move on to the final pose. Alright, so here is our final pose for Karna. So he's got his spear in his hand, he's got his cape on now, and he's floating in the air just like his cool self usually does. Actually, yeah, I think, although the spear one does look cool, I think him floating off the ground is just more fitting. So how this works is, the cape does have like a little bit that goes onto the stand over there, and there's like a ball joint. Oh, okay, well there's 0.1 for the cape. It is really easy for it to drop down. Like, this thing has no grip, especially if you pulled it out, which I did because I needed to get it on. So fair warning, don't nudge him by accident once you've set him up, because he's a little difficult. Like, the way it does kind of like work on sort of an axis, so the cape, if you've got it tilted that way, it's heavy, top heavy, so it kind of stops it from falling a bit. But if you do tilt it enough, it will fall down. But overall, very nice pose. I will probably go and set him up on the shelf and fix his cape up just a little bit. Of course, you've got the little flame at the end of the spear, which you can change around with the ball joint. Also, I really like the fact that he's floating. He doesn't really look too fantastic if you put him at the back of the base, which I usually have it at, because it is a very short stand here. It doesn't extend too far, so I've got him in the middle. That way it kind of balances out better. Also, I really like how he's got the spear as well. It might not have the cool tip, but hey, it does the trick. It gives off the right kind of vibe for his character. Kind of like a guy who's, the way I saw him, like, he was higher than everyone else. Like, he felt like a god, like a divine servant, but wasn't like almighty about it, and was a pretty chill guy, and had some like solid morals and stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the Karna video, as well as the rest of the Nendoroid videos for this week, because it should be Friday by the time this goes up. Hopefully I've finished all my assignments and I'm playing Final Fantasy. Oh my god, I want to play it so bad, but I've been avoiding it. I've done a little bit, and it is so fantastically cinematic. It's amazing. So hopefully I'm doing that by now. But yeah, so that's gonna do it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below. Did you watch Fate Apocrypha? Have you got Karna? Are you thinking of picking him up? Let me know all of that stuff in the comment section down below. And yeah, stay tuned for more Nendoroid videos. We'll have some more going up next week. I'll probably have a couple of shipments arrive, so we'll see what I want to do on Monday when that comes around. I did order Naruto, so maybe I'll unbox him so Sasuke isn't so lonely anymore. He's currently chilling out with the Colossal Titan and Almond, so Sasuke could use some company. But yeah, so definitely subscribe if you want to see some more of those things. That'll be coming around next week. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for this week. I will catch you guys next week on the next video. Alright, bye!